just proud of our guys for fighting, scratching, clawing, kind of doing whatever was needed. And, they made a commitment to each other on Thursday of like, man, they were disappointed. And they just said, like, we're going to do whatever it takes, whatever possible to stay together, to scratch, claw, and, get the job done. And, we went through that stretch where we got a pretty good lead there in the second half, and then they made that flurry at the end. We have so much stuff you got to work on, and so little practice time now. Late game situations is probably one of the ones that goes by the wayside. That we need to be a little bit better at. But I thought JR's 6 big free throws and Markus's 2. Those 2 making those free throws down the stretch were huge for us.
You know what you're going to get from Tay and Markus every night, but what does it do when you get something like that from JR and especially Cole in situations that they were put in today?
Yeah, you don't have Braden, you don't have Mush, guys that you count on to score, and those guys have just kind of stayed ready, right? And before Thursday morning at probably 9 a.m. I get to the office and Cole's down there on the court working. He's shooting like it. He's constantly down there. Like that's same with Sir, same with Garrett. Like we have a group of freshmen that really, really work. But Cole's never gotten discouraged about how much he's played or what his role has been. He's just been kind of ready for the process. And even JR, just like, the work after practice on Thursday when we just didn't do much. He stayed after and got a bunch of shots up and whatever. And, the free throws were big and a couple other buckets, but I thought his rebounding was really good for us.
What'd you learn about this team this week?
Just kind of who they are as people, reinforce who they are as people a little bit. We had a game that we really regretted as a group, and just how they, like I said, how they all recommitted to how we should play and what we should do, and then to come out and do it. Just says a lot about who they are as people.
Did you feel like Certa was on the verge of a breakout like this, or was this kind of out of nowhere for him?
No, you just, it's hard to make shots in inconsistent minutes. No matter who you are, right? Like you can go to guys in the NBA that don't play a whole lot. Like it's hard to be a knockdown shooter in inconsistent minutes. And, he's now starting to sniff it and play a little bit more. He's getting on the court a little bit more. And he's missed some of his open threes, but you just knew at some point in time he's going to start knocking them down. That's what he does. If you watch him in practice, if you watch him, sometimes when he's on the scout team, like that's what he does. Like that dude has unwavering confidence, unwavering, right? You got to snap him back in, tell him who he's guarding every once in a while because he's like, celebrating instead of sprinting back. But like, he believes the next shot's going in, no matter if it goes in or not. And that's what you kind of need.
Mike, it seemed like the ball was moving better to start the second half. What led to that?
I think it was, it was an effort going into SMU. As bad as we played against SMU, I thought we really moved the ball. Right? We couldn't guard a soul, and like things didn't go well. We weren't competing, but I thought we moved the ball, and that's what we've been trying to get to all season, where we're attacking, but now the help comes. Now we're kicking it, we're swinging it, we're getting extra passes, and we can do that sometimes. We can get to that. So we tried and talked about it before the SMU game of let's get back to being that team, or not. Let's be that team, because that's who we want to be. And I thought that carried over. They do some stuff where they mix up their kind of coverages. Sometimes they're hedging, sometimes they're switching, sometimes they stay and help, sometimes they're getting out, right? And I think that we struggled with those turnovers early, because they're in help and we're trying to make the next play for the guy and they're just going back out, right? So we're not attacking the rim. And I thought after we adjusted to that, we attacked the rim more. Now the help's coming at the rim, then it's easier to get those kickouts in those moments.
Micah Tay's been pretty dependable for you, but today he seemed to be not only more aggressive, but maybe a little more demonstrative with his emotions. Is that something you feel like he sensed the team needed, or is that something maybe you had challenged him to give more of?
Man, you know what? Like, I met with all these guys on Thursday, and like Tay asked me, like, what can I do to help more, right? And this is a guy that's, like he's been consistent in how he's played and what he's done. And, his first thought is, what can I do to help the team even more? And, just the challenges, like him scoring, his rebounds weren't as hot. Well, they made a bunch of shots. So it's like, but he's chasing around Ish-Leggett the whole game, right? So he's guarding more on the perimeter, right? Like he can move around, he can shift around defensively. And then just, hunting different matchups, getting into the paint, attacking people, getting to the free throw line. Like, he's one guy that, like, you never question, like, how hard he's going to play. Like, that's pretty consistent with him.
You touched on that maybe this game today reinforced some of what you know about your team and who they are, but the way that you still had to close it out late and they got hairy, how do you make sure they build on that, and maybe how much more does that reveal the character of this team?
Yeah, and it also, like, I don't know, we're probably ending the game with a lineup that's probably never been in together all season, right? Cole's in, Logan and Marcus and JR and Tay, like, guys are moving around, doing different stuff, like what they're asked of. In our press break, like, as we watch it, they're taking certain things away. So now JR can sprint to catch it. So, like, kind of adjusting on the fly, just like based on what they're doing, I think is, something that's really good for us and key for us. Because, like, I needed every single one of those timeouts at the end. And that's what you save them for, mostly. If you don't have to use them throughout the game, if you don't have to stop a run, if you don't have to do certain things, right, you use them for those moments. Because you're like, in my mind, I'm like, this is going to be a close game. This is going to come down the stretch. We're going to have some lineups that have never played before. We got to make sure we're organized. And for those guys to kind of adjust and do it on the fly was big for them.
How did you block out the noise this week?
You know what? I've had a lot of, like, I've talked to a lot of people. And it's, texts from coaches all over the state, high school coaches, right? Texts from coaches all over this country, right? Like, after the game, Jeff Capel and I are competitors. Like, we're competitors, man. We're like, we want our teams to win. We're in the same conference. But I told him, like, after the game, like, hey, man, you are a real one. Because he went out of his way to text me. I don't know if it might have been the first time I've ever texted Jeff Capel, or he's texted me. But, like, he sees me and he says, man, I want to reach out to him, make sure he's doing okay. And that just shows, like, who he is as a person, right? Because, like, his team is, like, up and down and losing and winning, and, like, he's going through the same stuff. So, big part of it is people around. And, like, that's Notre Dame people. There's a lot of former players. That's a lot of fellow head coaches that are here at Notre Dame that, like, it just shows, like, how much they have your back, right? And that just keeps pushing you forward, right? The people that you work with on a daily basis. And, our staff has been super positive. been great with our guys and prepared each and every day. So, yeah. I know I'm not doing this alone. There's a lot of people that are behind me. There's a lot of people that are behind our team. And, you know, it helps you kind of keep pushing forward and carrying through.
Ultimately, there's 4 games left for you guys against kind of the top half of the league. What do you want to see most as you kind of end this regular season and try and mark a spot in the ACC tournament?
Yeah. You know, we got great challenge coming up, right? In our next game, and you go on the road and you play a really good team. I just want us to fight and compete, right? Play good basketball. That's it. And then let the results be what the results are, but give yourself a chance. I told our guys today, make the preparation matter. We spend so much time walking through. We spend so much time breaking down. We do offensive review to get our, make sure we're running our sets the right way. But if you don't compete, like on Wednesday, nothing matters. That stuff doesn't matter. Details don't matter. But when you have the right effort, you have the right focus, you have the right energy, now the details kick in, right? We want the details to matter. So that involves us coming and just giving our all and fighting. And, I know we're going to prepare the right way. Now let's go fight the right way.
No, Coach Certa, he new to this, yo.
Yes, if you want to.
Coach Certa, get in the middle, man.
Show them what to do.
Facts. Just follow my lead.
Bro.
Joking. Here you go, brother.
JR, 6 free throws in the last, 20, 40 seconds or so. Just you want to be in that situation and just, how long has it been since you're I'm knocking these down?
Honestly, I wasn't even really thinking about it. I was just up there. I was just same shot every single time, and it's going to go in. It's going to see the bottom of the net. So I would just kind of have that confidence going in there, and I was I want to be the one that's shooting the free throws at the end of the game. And we kind of draw some plays up, and I was able to get open, and they were just fouling. So I was just confident in my shot when I got to the line. So
Given what's gone on with you guys this week, those 2 games, what was different about today, and what was different maybe the last 2 days of practice?
Nothing was different in the preparation. We don't do anything different. We all practice as hard as we can. Our talk and our energy and shoot arounds and all that stuff leading up to games is always the same. Everyone's always really bought in. Everyone's always really energetic and is always super hyped about the games. I think this game we just kind of came out with some more fire. We were able to maintain. We were able to play some defense, get stops when we needed to, and I think that helped us get the win.
Cole, why today for you?
Yeah, I think it just really helps with, every time I check in, the other 4 dudes on the court always just instill confidence with me. Same thing with the coaches and, them telling me, shoot that whenever you're open. And that just it builds everything up and they don't know how much that means. So I would just, they contribute a lot to my success tonight.
Hey, side note, he be in the gym early as excuse my language.
It's the work he puts in. It's showing.
Yo,
It's
he
the
be
work
in there
puts
before the coaches, dog. I be like, okay, Cole, sir. Okay.
Nah, he's always in the gym, man.
Cole, just seeing that first one go down, I mean, how big was that for your confidence?
Yeah, I think that also really helped, trying to find time in the game, and trying to make impact has been something, that I've been wanting to do more and more. And when I saw that first one go through, that just made me even feel more loose. So.
Hey, you was hype?
Yes, I was hype, bro.
Coach, you and Tay were really aggressive driving to the basket today. Was that something you'd seen going in, or just a mindset, or kind of what was going through your head?
I mean, I feel like it's kind of just who we are, honestly. I feel like the coaches all believe in us, our teammates all believe in us. So I feel like today was kind of a showing day for both of us. But I mean, it was a team effort, and we got the job done today.
Speaking of who you are, how do you guys make sure that this performance today is more of who Notre Dame is the rest of the season?
I mean, we just got to stay true to ourselves, continue to do what we've been doing, practicing hard, trusting the process, and blocking everybody else out.
With Braden and Matt out, what did you guys learn about yourselves?
I mean, we really miss Braden 3-point shooting, and we miss Matt's talking and facilitating and him just being a leader because he's much older than us. But I mean, it was all around a good game. Like I said, Cole came in. He gave us great minutes. He kind of filled in for Braden a little bit, but I mean, it was a team effort today.
Marcus, like, how much was Cole's run like a spark for you guys towards the end of this one?
It was a big spark. It was exciting seeing him smile. I was even smiling. I was like, okay, Cole. But I mean, it was real fun to see. Cause I mean, like I said before, like he's in the gym 24/7. He's always there. When I'm there early, he's always there late. You know, he's just always in the gym. So I'm proud of him.
Cole, I think you scored 12 points in a row. Do you remember the last time you've been on a personal 12-0 scoring spree?
It's been a minute, but it was good to have that feeling back.
Marcus, you pulled up for a 3 late. You were, I think, 1 for 7 before that. What gives you the confidence to hit that and keep that run going that you guys had?
Honestly, I don't care. I'm gonna keep shooting it. I mean, coaches believe in me. My teammates believe in me. I mean, I put the work in every single day, so I'm gonna shoot it every single time.
Marcus, what kept you guys believing in yourselves after Sunday, after Wednesday, and being like, look, it's been a tough week, but we got a chance to go get one today and close out this homestand?
I mean, things happen. You know, you gotta stay positive, roll with the punches. Obviously, we didn't play well last week, and it happens, like I said. And you just gotta stay true to yourself and stay level-headed. Stay with the team, not look at negative stuff people are saying about us. Stay true to ourselves, block it out, and trust ourselves and our coaching staff and everyone who's with us. And I feel like we did that today, and obviously it showed a lot.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.